Write a short note on the rule of majority or the rule in Foss versus Harbottle. The rule of majority, commonly known as the rule in Foss versus Harbottle, is one of the fundamental principles of company law. This rule was established in the famous English case of Foss versus Harbottle decided in 1843. The rule states that courts will not interfere in the internal management of a company at the instance of individual shareholders when the alleged wrong can be ratified or approved by the majority of shareholders. In such cases, the company itself is the proper person to bring an action and not individual shareholders. Facts of the case. In Foss versus Harbottle 1843, two shareholders filed a suit against the director of a company. They alleged that the directors had committed fraudulent and illegal acts and had misapplied and wasted the company's property. The shareholders requested the court to direct the directors to compensate the company for the losses suffered. The court dismissed the action and held that the alleged wrong was committed against the company as a whole, not against the individual shareholders personally. Therefore, the company itself was the proper plaintiff. Principle of the rule. The court observed the conduct complained of is an injury not to the plaintiffs exclusively but to the whole corporation. Thus, where a wrong is done to the company itself must sue for the redress. Reasons for the rule. The rule of majority is based on the following principles. First, majority rule principle. The will of the majority of shareholders should prevail in matters relating to the internal management of the company. Second, separate legal entity. A company is a separate legal person distinct from its shareholders. Therefore, any injury to the company must be remedied by the company itself. Avoidance of multiplicity of suits. If every shareholder were allowed to file separate suits regarding company affairs, it would lead to endless litigations. Internal management doctrine. Courts generally do not interfere in matters that can be settled by the majority of shareholders. Importance of the rule. The rule in Foss versus Harbottle promotes corporate democracy, prevents unnecessary interference by courts, ensures smooth management of company affairs, protect decisions taken by the majority of shareholders, reduces frivolous litigation by individual members. Exceptions to the rule. Although the rule favors majority decisions, court may intervene in certain exceptional situations such as fraud on the minority, acts beyond the power of the company, illegal acts, violation of personal rights of shareholders, oppression and mismanagement. Conclusion. Thus, the rule in Foss versus Harbottle 1843 establishes that the majority of shareholders control the internal affairs of a company and that a wrong done to the company must ordinarily be remedied by the company itself. This rule forms the foundation of the principle of majority rule in company law while also recognizing certain exceptions to protect minority shareholders.